Keith Urban has always been more than a country music superstar. For millions, his voice carried not just melodies, but emotions. Songs that became soundtracks to weddings, heartbreaks, road trips, and late-night reflections. He was the type of artist who poured his soul into every lyric, yet carried a quiet personal life that made fans admire him even more. But when shocking news about his passing broke, the world stopped. The timeline of his last public moments now feels like pieces of a puzzle, each one offering subtle signs, quiet reflections, and emotional weight that many didn't recognize at the time. Today, we're retracing Keith Urban's final days, uncovering the posts, tributes, and memories that now feel hauntingly significant. Stay with me until the end, because this isn't just the story of an ending. It's the story of a love, a family, and a legacy that will outlive any single moment. Scrolling through Keith Urban's social media today feels surreal. His last Instagram post wasn't a promotional push or a glossy magazine cover. It was simple, almost humble, just Keith holding his guitar, grinning ear to ear in what looked like a quiet home studio. The caption read, "Still chasing the song." At first glance, it was ordinary. But now that phrase feels like a final whisper of his lifelong philosophy. Keith never stopped searching for meaning in music. Fans filled the comments with things like, "You'll never know how many lives you touched," and "Keep chasing. Keith will carry the song forward." What makes this moment even more powerful is how Keith often said the guitar saved him. As a teenager in Australia, he admitted he felt like an outsider, lost and misunderstood. But when he picked up that guitar, it gave him purpose. That last happy post wasn't just a photo. It was a full circle reminder of how he began and how he wanted to be remembered with music in his hands and joy on his face. Just weeks before the heartbreaking announcement, Nicole Kidman made a post celebrating their wedding anniversary. It wasn't flashy or Hollywood perfect, it was intimate. A black and white photo of the two holding hands like newlyweds, paired with the words, "Forever my love, grateful for every day with you." That post now feels like a love letter frozen in time. Keith and Nicole's marriage always defied the odds. In a town where celebrity relationships collapse under pressure, theirs stood tall, rooted in faith, patience, and unconditional support. Nicole had often credited Keith with saving her life, while Keith openly admitted Nicole helped him fight his darkest battles with addiction. That tribute wasn't just romantic. It was a reminder of how real their love was. Fans revisiting that post now describe it as heartbreaking foreshadowing. One comment reads, "You two taught us what true love looks like. Nicole, we're standing with you." That single photo turned from a celebration to a memory, one that now carries the weight of goodbye. The last time Keith Urban was seen in public was doing what he loved most, connecting with fans. Cameras caught him outside a Nashville cafe dressed casually in jeans and a cap, smiling warmly at people who stopped to greet him. There was no superstar ego, no entourage, just Keith cracking jokes, hugging strangers, and signing autographs like it was second nature. A fan later shared on TikTok, "He talked to me like we'd known each other for years." That was Keith, genuine to the core. Now when people rewatch those clips, there's a bittersweet heaviness. Nobody there could have imagined it would be the last time he'd share that kind of effortless warmth. It wasn't a stage performance or a red carpet appearance. It was Keith being Keith, grounded and kind, exactly how he wanted to be remembered. Then came the day nobody was ready for. News outlets broke the story. Keith Urban had passed away. For fans, the words didn't even feel real. Social media exploded with shock, confusion, disbelief. Nicole's statement, released shortly after, was raw and devastating. "My heart is broken. The world knew him as a musician. I knew him as my everything. We ask for privacy as would grieve. But please keep in your hearts as he always kept you in his." Within hours, tributes poured in from around the world. Fellow artists like Carrie Underwood, Tim McGrath, and even crossover stars outside of country music shared stories of Keith's generosity and kindness. But perhaps the most striking thing wasn't from celebrities. It was from ordinary fans. Thousands shared how his songs carried them through depression, divorce, and grief. The announcement was more than a headline. It was the moment music lost one of its most soulful storytellers. While Keith Urban's life looked golden, through sold-out tours, a beautiful family. Behind the curtain, he was human. He spoke openly in interviews about his long battle with addiction. A tone point, Nicole had to stage an intervention just months after their wedding. He later admitted, "I was so loved, I didn't know it was possible." Nicole Nicole showed me that love turned into nearly 2 decades of shared victories, laughter, and resilience. Every red carpet photo, every award showcase now feels like chapters in a storybook that ended too soon, but one that are defined what true love in Hollywood could look like. Looking back at Keith Urban's final days, every moment feels like a clue we didn't know we were supposed to treasure. The joyful Instagram post, the tender anniversary tribute, the casual cafe sighting. Individually, they seemed small. Together, they tell the story of a man who lived with gratitude, loved fiercely, and never stopped chasing the song. And maybe that's the lesson Keith leaves us with. Life is fragile. The people we adore, whether celebrities or those closest to us, won't be here forever. So hold